Step into the chilling world of Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap, the longest-running murder mystery play of all time. Trapped in a snowbound guest house, a group of strangers quickly realizes that a killer is among them. As the storm rages outside, tensions rise, secrets unravel, and a shocking truth comes to light. Who can be trusted? Who is the murderer? And will justice prevail before another victim falls? A thrilling, suspense-filled retelling of Christie's iconic whodunit, where every guest harbors a secret, and the trap is set for the ultimate reveal. Read on to uncover the mystery, if you dare. Like, share, and subscribe for more gripping mystery content. Main characters in The Mousetrap. Molly Ralston, co-owner of Monkswell Manor, kind-hearted but unaware of the secrets hidden in her guest house. Giles Ralston, Molly's husband, slightly jealous and suspicious of the guests. Christopher Wren, a nervous, eccentric young man with an interest in architecture and a dark past. Mrs. Boyle, a grumpy, opinionated former magistrate with a connection to the murder case. Major Metcalf, a retired army officer, seemingly reliable but secretive. Miss Casewell, a confident modern woman with a mysterious connection to the past. Mr. Paravicini, a mysterious foreigner who arrives unexpectedly, claiming his car broke down. Sergeant Trotter, a police officer who arrives to investigate, later revealed to be the real murderer. The Mousetrap, Agatha Christie's classic play. Snow swirled relentlessly outside, piling in thick drifts against the windows of Monkswell Manor. The newly opened guest house, an inheritance from her aunt, was meant to be Molly Ralston's dream. Her and her husband Giles's escape from the bustle of London into the countryside. But as the evening deepened, a creeping unease settled over the grand but somewhat neglected house. The radio crackled. A voice announced in clipped tones that a murder had taken place in London. A woman strangled. The culprit, the police believed, was still at large. Molly shivered, though the fire burned brightly in the sitting room. One by one, the guests arrived, each bringing an air of mystery. The guests arrive. First was Christopher Wren, a young man with a mop of unkempt hair and an excitable manner. His eyes twinkled with mischief, yet there was something about him, an underlying nervousness that set Molly on edge. Next came Mrs. Boyle, a formidable, grumbling woman of aristocratic bearing. She inspected everything with a sniff of disapproval, as if finding fault with the very air. Major Metcalf, a retired officer, followed, his military precision evident in his clipped movements and no-nonsense demeanor. He was the sort who inspired trust. Then came Miss Casewell, a woman who carried herself with an air of self-assurance. Her clothes were mannish, her voice cool and distant. The last of the expected guests, the peculiar foreigner Mr. Paravicini, arrived unexpectedly after his car had overturned in the snow. He had a theatrical flourish, with his unnerving laugh and sharp, darting eyes. The house was now full. Outside, the blizzard raged, sealing them in. A murder closes in. As night deepened, the radio broadcast replayed details of the London murder. The dead woman, Mrs. Lyon, had once been involved in a notorious child abuse case. 3 children had suffered under her care. Suddenly, a knock came at the door. A policeman, Sergeant Trotter, stood on the threshold, snowflakes clinging to his uniform. "I've skied here from the nearest station," he explained, stamping his boots. "We have reason to believe the killer is among you." A hush fell. Someone in this house at this very moment was capable of murder. Secrets unravel. Tension coiled through the air like a tightening noose. Sergeant Trotter wasted no time in questioning the guests. Mrs. Boyle, it turned out, had been a magistrate, the very one who had sent the abused children back into the clutches of their cruel foster mother. She scoffed at the idea that she could be in danger. Yet as the guests retired to their rooms, a piercing scream shattered the night. Mrs. Boyle was found slumped in a chair, lifeless, strangled with a piece of curtain cord. Fear gripped the manor. No one had entered or left. The killer was inside. The hunt for the murderer. Sergeant Trotter locked the doors. No one was to leave. His interrogation grew sharper. The guests revealed fragments of their pasts, yet no one confessed to anything truly damning. Christopher Wren seemed overly agitated. His hands trembled. I knew those children, he stammered, his face pale. One of them could have been me. Miss Casewell watched him with cool eyes. And what if one of them was me? She said suddenly, her voice carrying an unmistakable note of steel. The storm howled against the windows, as though nature itself sensed the evil lurking inside. The trap snaps shut. It was Molly, however, who unknowingly set the final act in motion. A simple gesture, bringing a tray of tea to the guests, led Sergeant Trotter to his revelation. "Mrs. Ralston," he said, his voice measured, "the killer isn't among your guests." Her breath caught. "The killer is you." Giles sprang to his feet, his eyes wide with disbelief. No, not Molly," Christopher gasped. Sergeant Trotter stepped closer, his eyes gleaming with realization. "Not Molly, no. Me." The room froze. With a slow, almost deliberate movement, he removed his police cap. Beneath it, his face twisted into something both furious and grief-stricken. "My name isn't Sergeant Trotter. I am the child, one of the 3, who suffered under Mrs. Lyon's cruelty. My younger brother died because of her. My sister. I lost her forever. And Mrs. Boyle, she had the power to stop it, but she turned a blind eye." He laughed, a hollow, chilling sound. "I came for justice," he whispered, "and I will have it." But even as he lunged, a gun fired. Miss Casewell, calm and unshaken, lowered the revolver. "I was the sister," she said simply. "You don't have to do this anymore." Silence fell. The mousetrap had snapped shut, and the storm outside, as if sensing the end of the night's horrors, finally began to subside.
Please subscribe.